Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fluent English Daily, the place where you practice speaking English clearly and confidently. I'm Clara.
And I'm Ryan. It's great to have you learning with us today.
Ryan, I always feel a little nervous about what happens after the introduction in an interview.
That's a very common concern. Today we're going to practice how to handle tricky follow-up questions in English interviews. You'll learn how to stay calm, organize your answer, and respond in a clear and professional way. A helpful strategy is to start with a professional response starter. These phrases give you time to think and help your answer sound more structured. Let's practice together.
That sounds really helpful.
Clara, could you tell me more about a project where you used machine learning?
Yes, I worked on a project where we predicted patterns and data.
Good start. Now let's add a response starter. You could begin with, "That's a great question. Let me explain the project briefly." Try again.
That's a great question. Let me explain the project briefly. During my final year, I worked on a machine learning model that analyzed patterns in data.
Excellent. That sounds much clearer. What was the biggest challenge you faced during that project?
Sometimes the model was not very accurate.
That's honest. Now let's structure it better. Start with, "From my experience, one challenge I faced was improving the accuracy of the model. I spent time testing different data sets and adjusting the algorithm." Try that.
From my experience, one challenge I faced was improving the accuracy of the model. I spent time testing different data sets and adjusting the algorithm.
Perfect. If you could improve that project today, what would you do differently?
Maybe I would try a different model.
Let's add a thinking phrase. Start with, "Let me think about that for a moment."
Let me think about that for a moment. I would probably explore more advanced models and spend more time improving the dataset quality.
Can you describe a situation where you had to learn something quickly?
Mm,
If you need time, you can say, "Do you mind if I take a few moments to organize my thoughts? I want to add the most value possible." Try using that.
do you mind if I take a few moments to organize my thoughts? I want to add the most value possible. In one situation, during my project, I had to quickly learn a new programming library to improve the model performance.
Excellent answer. Can you tell me about a time when something didn't work as expected and how you solved the problem?
Sometimes my code didn't work correctly, and I had to fix it.
Good start. Let's make it more structured. You could begin with, "That's an interesting question. One situation that comes to mind is when my machine learning model was producing incorrect predictions." Try again.
That's an interesting question. One situation that comes to mind is when my machine learning model was producing incorrect predictions. I reviewed the dataset carefully and discovered that some values were inconsistent. After cleaning the data, the model performed much better.
Excellent. That answer clearly shows your problem-solving ability. Before we finish, let's quickly review the useful phrases we practiced today.
That's a great question. Let me explain the project briefly. From my experience, one challenge I faced was... That's an interesting question. What I learned from that experience was... Let me think about that for a moment. Do you mind if I take a few moments to organize my thoughts?
Remember, interviews are not just about answering questions. They are about showing that you can think clearly and communicate confidently.
Yes, I will remember that.
If you found this video helpful, please like this video and subscribe to Fluent English Daily. In our next episode, we'll practice how to answer the tricky interview question, "Why should we hire you?"
So make sure you subscribe to Fluent English Daily and keep practicing with us.